Hello, my name is Christian Argueta, and this couple of months since September, middle of the September, I've been having the opportunity of interning at NOX Innovation. NOX Innovation is a subcontractor, an electrical subcontractor that focuses on modeling in the 3D world, meaning Revit, Navisworks, AutoCAD. They model what their clients need to be represented in a 3D format. Now, our subcontractors and our clients are usually other subcontractors that focus on the electrical sense, and they are the ones that hire us to model their content. Also, this company is part of a family of companies, the main company being also an electrical subcontractor. So it's just the electrical world that we're in. And just wanted to explain that because what I've been doing this internship was focusing on understanding how the electrical field works and, what type of equipments, components, and Revit families they use to achieve their goals. Now, this internship is definitely an interesting one. The main reason is because they focus on training people from in their own company. For example, let's say you start as a person, as an electrician, and let's say you're a novice electrician, you're learning how to do electrical work. Well, you start off and you get good at what you're doing. And as you continue increasing in knowledge, what this family of companies does is that they will pay for your Yearning Man certification. And what that is that they pay for you to learn how to be a great electrician. Then after that, if you want to get into the BC, virtual construction part, they'll help you do that. After a couple years, then you'll be able to learn how to do BC. And they'll teach you essentially in the basics what my 4 years of major in the virtual design and construction, but they'll teach you that and specifying in their industry, which is electrical work, they'll teach you how to use all the tools. Revit, Navisworks, Bluebeam. They'll teach you from that. So that's where my internship experience started. I started in the training program. Although I already knew how to use those softwares, they started me from there. They wanted to make sure that what I knew also didn't have any gaps of information that I would need as I got into actual modeling with the rest of the team. So I started from zero. I thankfully ran through most of the basic training into the point that I started to learn more specified and technical side of the electrical work. I understood their families because they have their own set of families that they use. A family is a 3D model component, and they call it a family. I understood how their components work, how their tools work, and they have wonderful tools. They have tools that have used specifically to what they do. Now, summarizing my experience and the reason I gave this background is to explain why the first couple of months were not optimal for my experience in this internship. The reason being is since I started training from a course that explains how to use the software from 0 to 100, I lost precious time that I could have used in understanding in a better comprehensive way how this company worked because I had to relearn how to use Revit. This training and what making such a big thing out of it lasted pretty much for 2 months and a half. And unfortunately, since the time I got out of training to the time I'm in this position now, I will only have a little bit more than a month to really understand and really partake of the company, their jobs, and their culture. Now, the valuable skills I learned in this internship is first, how to model electrical work. There's so many little components. There's there's practices that the company and the field needs to take care of that I didn't understand when I started completely. I didn't completely understand them, but now I am understanding them. I understand how to set up their panels. What is the spacing between conduits that need to be achieved? What type of degree maximums and bend degree maximums are allowed in a single run of conduit? Now, these things, and even if I don't work specifically for an electrical subcontractor, they will be important as let's say I join a GC, a general contractor. I will be able to understand the plans and the models and the schematics of the electrical systems. That is an advantage that I'll be able to have in the future as my career continues. Other skills I learned is the usage of company specific tools and families. This company focused a lot on hiring people that knew how to code, that knew how to model, so they can make the work easier for their modeling team. These technicians created systems and tools that I was able to use on a daily basis. I got to talk to them. I got to ask them questions and poke their brains in how they build these tools. And by that way, I was able to gain a higher level understanding of how my system works, how Revit works, how works, how the estimating tool works. And it was a great comprehensive and ability to understand how this industry works. Now, another great tool that I learned was how to work on a prefabrication shop. This company has a prefabrication shop that is specialized in building the supporting structures of the conduit runs in in a way that they build it in the shop and then they just ship it to the job site. Now this way, they're able to make things cheaper by building the structures in the shop instead of on the job site and having it to do pretty much assembling, let's say 8-12 feet in the air. They don't want to do that, so they build it in the shop, they ship it to the job site, and they just pretty much Lego it. Now I had that week of pretty much working in the job site. I got my gloves, I got my glasses, I got my safety shoes with the steel toe cap, and I work with the rest of the crew in building assemblies, supporting assemblies for that. And I understood how to read the diagrams, how to read those kits, how to assemble them, and that helped drastically in my modeling efforts because I understood how everything came together in the final project and in the final product.